Artist Alley is a very difficult competitive scene in the art world, where if you apply and you may not even end up getting in, or you do get in. What if I tell you that I found a story on July 7th that happened on Anime Expo that kind of exposed how Artist Alley conventions have not done a really good job of doing background checks on certain artists. For example, this story resolves around art theft, allegations, and also artists using proxies in order to take advantage in the Artist Alley, taking a spot from an artist who is following the rules and not breaking them. Last thing, but guys, please don't send no hate on any of the artists. Much love. It does not hurt. It hurts the cause if you guys send hate, threats, and all that kind of stuff. That is not my goal. My goal is to kind of expose, I guess, what conventions can do better to avoid these proxies and art thefts, pretty much. It all started with a tweet on July 7th. Tsaoshin wrote, "Artists at NMXO selling art prints that they trace from my art. I tried to reach out to them before they asked. They stopped selling it, but they just responded with, yo. Really disappointed considering I applied this year's Artist Alley, but didn't get selected." So imagine you apply to Anime Expo, one of the biggest anime conventions of all time, and you got turned down, and you realize that an artist also applied, got in, and actually stolen your artwork, and they got in. No mames. Okay, sorry. But this is the art in question. So this right here is created by Sketch Cartel, aka Art Goju, aka Dan Janeros, aka Space. So the names are very important. Keep that in mind, guys. But this is the art in question right here. You can tell it's a vector. I can already tell that is not an original because all of it is just a vector put together. So like AI art, or Photoshop, whatever you want to call it. Vector, Photoshop, put effects, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, this is the original art right here. As you can see, is the same thing. But this one right here is blended, is looks good, looks smooth, all that kind of stuff. And well, when you look at it more, you can tell like they copied mostly every single thing they could have, and then things they couldn't change, well, they didn't put it in there, or they edited it out. For example, the fur in between the legs, because maybe they couldn't figure out to change that, and the tails on the right side or left side, because that would like expand the image way too much, and that will not mess the image too much. But here it is, an image put over by over, and you can see it is pretty much a copy. It did not change it. They complete traced it. It is, you could totally tell from here. Now, the art in question, that once I name like 4 names, like I don't know what I'm gonna call him Dan. Let's call him Dan. Well, the artist in question, Dan, I did reach out to his friend, and also I got his side of the story too as well, Dan's, and I also got Tsaoshin's art side of the story, and I also got his friend's side of the story. So we got all sides of the stories. I want to go in more deep into his artwork before we get into the sides. This image right here is a little bit more evidence of what they do and give a better perspective of how it looks. Now, as you can see right here, it's the same silhouette, like kind of like pose and everything, and the middle I'm pretty sure was stolen from a still image or something like that. The dragon, you can tell it's the same pose, same everything, same size as well. So they pretty much vector the outline and just take it from there and kind of edit it a little bit, all that kind of stuff. Snorlax is an iconic image. It's very hard to tell if it's stained from this or not, but it's an iconic image. The Aang it's pretty much the same thing. They just changed the staff and they moved it to the side a little bit to kind of change it up a little bit because it was going too up and it was blocking the image too much, and it's pretty much just vectorized pretty much. The Gengar as well, same pose, same everything. Here's more of the artwork right here, by Swensona Designs, the person who contacted me, of the friend of Tsaoshin's. As you can see right here, Charmander, it's the same silhouette, the same outline kind of thing. Change as well. I don't think it's this exact image. I feel like it's a different one, but again, they take away the mount, so it's kind of fully hard to tell on that one. But you can see right here the Jimmy Sparrow. Well, they did a Demon Slayer / Pokemon crossover, and well, they pretty much took that and put it into the image together, and they just vectorized it and took it as their own, which that's not how it works. Also, if you look at the vectors, like the clouds, the mountains, flowers, all that's traced. It's not an original. It's all of it's just It's not, I won't say it's trace. I think they find it like decals or vectors online and they make it into a full image. I'll let you guys decide if that's okay or not. I'll let you guys decide on that. Another one right here is, I believe, in Spy X Family. I'm sorry I get it wrong. So you see the character right here, the upper hand body. They pretty much took that, and it's the same thing. You can see about the 2 strands of hair, the arm, everything. Like you could totally tell they just pretty much copy that. And then you can see from the one on the right side is the pose, the same pose, silhouette. It's the same thing. It just made it into a vector. So I'll let you guys decide. Is it good enough? Is it good enough? It's changed. I'll let you guys decide on that. So here's it right here. I found one of their websites. I could sit in private every single thing. I could tell the buildings are just a vector image they got online, and then put it together. But like I said, it's up to you guys. You guys think it's enough change for like to be like, oh, okay, it's fine. Like, I'm genuinely curious, guys. Let me know. They're also on this plate, so you can see there's Red Fox series, Japanese color, illusion negative space, surrealism designs, wall designs. So like all of this, it's all digital, no traditional, anything like. Like I said, I don't have concrete evidence. I don't think everything is fully traced or copied. That's not my main objective. Hey, I just want to let you guys know, like, my personal opinion of the fan art one, since they did put it side-by-side images of actual evidence of kind of like what he does, kind of thing. But for the rest, I'll let you guys decide. Part of me does want to put the link tree on the YouTube channel video, but part of me doesn't, because I don't want some more hate if people decided it's like, no, it's not okay kind of thing. But yeah, like, see right here, you can see it's Photoshop. Nothing's originally created or anything like that. He's just very good at putting effects. It's the same flowers, almost every single design. He puts the same flowers. Also, they did misspell Ichigo Kurosaki, but that's, I think that's the whole name. Because you see the L, well, it's supposed to be sideways, not an L. I don't know what that says with that up. The Gengar, however, is also misspelled, but it's actually missing the L sideways. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but you know, the L sideways, it was supposed to go on the Gengar, so that is also a mistake within the art print. Just saying. Now that I kind of do comparison of the artwork, I give my opinion. You guys give your opinion, how you guys feel about it. But we're gonna move on from that. So I actually was doing some research and trying to find out how can I contact him, since almost every single thing has been privated. So I looked at all the social medias, and every single thing, it is privated. But Sketch Cartel is privated, Art Goju is privated, and also Positive Space is privated too as well, his biggest account, and it was usually called Dan Gennaro's. I found some piece of evidence or information about, you know, who I could contact in order to get in contact with him, if I could, you know. So it's called right here, Art Goju. The disclaimer says, or you know, little information says, thanks for checking out my work, art student by Vincent Trinidad. Vincent Trinidad is an awesome artist that I actually know of. He does a lot of cat work and designs and stuff like that. It's very cool. I don't think he's a trace artist. He also creates like vinyl toys and all that kind of stuff. So he's like I said, I'm not gonna go too much into him because again, it's not about him. But I actually contacted him. The reason I contacted him because they actually share an art booth together. You can see he's right there. Visit Trinidad and John General Designs. So you can see the artwork on the side right here. I don't know if that's him or not. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not trying to figure out that or not. Because yeah, I don't put a face on it. But yeah, so here it is right here. The one that's like, see, that's the artwork right there. And Visit Trinidad's artwork is right here. You see, it's all the different kind of cats. Very cool, very awesome, very adorable. Kind of cool. So I'm only gonna share one part of the DMs because again, it's not about him, but he did give an opinion of what he thought about the artwork of his friend. And it could be time biased, but you know, I want to give all the information out. So the first DM that I sent to Vincent Trinidad, I told him pretty much what happened, the tweet, every single thing. You guys can see the screenshot right here. If you guys could pause, you guys want to read the whole thing. It's just pretty much just saying what I said already. So this was his response right here, the first one. Thanks, Johnny. Been busy with my art. What is it? They said it's bad. Don't use tweet nowadays. And pretty much said the same thing. Here's my full screenshot right here, guys. You can take it as you guys want. I just pretty much just reread, like, you know, like, is he scamming people? Are these multiple people? Because we heard that he also has proxies on different art booths with different names, which is against the rules. About this, about his opinion about the artwork. And this right here, I will actually read. I think Sketch Cartel is see no evil. They give me royalties when they sell on conventions. I saw the tweet. I think the artist Dan Generos made the wrong decision on his vector references, but the aesthetic is good because it's an art idea focused on negative illusion aesthetic and not the figure. I feel bad for him and know him as well. Hopefully he will learn from this and be more careful about his references in the future. Now that's a perfect response. That's his opinion. He thinks that's like it's an aesthetic. It looks cool. Like I said, general public ain't gonna fully look at the origins of the artwork. It's up to artists to call it out if they feel like, you know, if it's actually really stolen. And pretty much he said after that is Dan Genero's like I asked him, can I have a way to, can you contact him to contact me, because he has every social media privated. That's what he wrote. Dan General, please contact Dan Genero's question mark. Please contact. He has a family, and I think he'll be affected much as an ordeal. He has an Instagram. And so pretty much he sent him a message. He contacted him, and Dan actually responded. He actually got back to me. Holy shit. So Dan Genero's was before he changed, like this account was called Dan Genero's, but he actually recently changed it to Positive Space, the art of negative space, because I guess that's the perfect way to describe his art. I think that's why he changed it. Anyways, he said, hello brother, Vincent called me and told me to drop your message regarding on a video you are making, which I am right now. I pretty much just told him how's it going. I saw a tweet about you and about you trusting someone's artwork, and it's gone viral for an art tweet. Was wondering of how I could respond to this, and I'm just trying to be fair and hear both sides of the story. Here's his side of the story. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna give my quick opinion, and you guys could go from there. No hate, no harassment. I swear to God. About that, brother, me and Tsaoshin are okay now. I already apologized to him the day after the tweet blew up. The problem now is people are misjudging me and keeps on sending me messages. They are hard. They're hard and harassing me and my family. The reason for what I got the reference from was Pokemon card site called PokemonPets.com. I used it as a reference, but also used as an action figure reference for the body, tail, and hair. I used an action figure, sorry. As a minority artist, I'm saddened and hurt that this cause of stealing his art. See the picture right here is Tsaoshin's artwork. When you click on the link, is pretty much this website pretty much stole Tsaoshin's artwork. I don't know if it's like they got permission. I have no idea. But it is his artwork, as you can see. Like I said, I'm only going to showcase screenshots of the DMs because I got to scoop some parts to be respectful of him, and also I don't want to showcase the harassment he got. Like, some are very terrible. I just can't show that because I think it's just too much. And also, he did give me a message of the Tsaoshin's response to him and the DMs. I cannot share that. He told me to keep that private, but here's what I could share. To be transparent to you, I'm sending his response I'm sending his response. Please keep this private, which I am. I'm going to showcase it. Not even going to talk about it. Because I am talking to an attorney now regarding on this matter, and I want to have one person-sized artist like you to understand my situation. And now, how hard and stressful on my part, people are misjudging me and they do not know me at all. My response was, okay, I will keep the artist's response private. I will tell your side of the story. Like I said, to your friend, I'm just trying to be fair, say no hate, just trying to put out all the facts, no misinformation, because I know the internet is not patient to hear both sides of the story. And thank you for telling your side of the story, and I will do my best. And that's pretty much it. Now, that was his response, and I'm gonna break it down one part that I actually lost hope of him not taking full responsibility of what he did. If you guys didn't notice, on one part of the message that he wrote was pretty much this. I used it as a part of reference, but also used an action figure for reference for the body, tail, and hair. That part, that was like, it was clearly a lie right there. I don't know if he's talking about the little figure in the middle of the print, but if he did not say that, so I gotta keep it fair. But that's the part where I was like, okay, I kind of lost hope of, you know, like he did do bad and he did not take full accountability, in my opinion. Now, Tsaoshin's part in the DM, I actually contacted him and he actually messaged me back too. I don't know why I said it like that, but hey, I saw your tweet about the sketch art. I'm making a video about this and pretty much just the same breakdown. And I just want to know your opinion and let me know your side of the story. And what he said to you, because he said he responded to you as well. And here it is right here. And also I did told him to be fair, because he is the victim. So I told him I also got a response from his friend. And do you want me to send a message of only the response of his opinion of what he thinks about the art? That's the only thing I send up to him. All right, that's the only thing. I did not tell him everything else, anything like that. I just told him that one thing. Hey there, I think I should get in contact with Dan, Sketch Cartel. He also tried to apologize to me. I'm sure he believes that this is a big misunderstanding, but it's just more than that. Tried to point it out to him that tracing my artwork is not only a small part of what's wrong. All of his artwork is directly referenced from official artwork and other artists. In addition, he sells his artwork through Proxies and Artist Alley, which is against the rules. I'll break that down very soon. I'm not interested in answering his latest tweets to me because he has been trying to emotionally manipulate me to take down my posts, including trying to pay me money or donate to charity of my choice. Neither I am interested in. I want the public audit to exist because Artist Alley staff need to do better. And he's not the only reason who is guilty of directly referencing official artwork or proxy selling. I'm interested in what the collaborator had to say and what Dan has been telling you. Dan seems to be more interested in salvaging his reputation than making an actual attempt to rectify the problem. And honestly, I kind of agree with that. When I heard about his story, the part that, like I said, I kind of lost hope. He said he actually used the action figure to draw the Arcanine. That's actually a lie. We already showcased the evidence of that. So that's the part I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, he's not really trying to take accountability. The Proxies part is, if you notice, he has so many different names, so many different Instagrams. The reason he has that is because you have to send at least a social media of some kind to conventions when you sign up for Artist Alley. And what's going on is he's using all these different names to send into his Artist Alleys that he cannot be there, but he sends workers to be there for him to sell artwork at those conventions. And that is the big no-no in convention rules. And I really want to expose that, tell conventions to really look into these artists and not let these artists in, because it's taking a spot for an actual artist who wants an opportunity to sell their artwork, and they're not doing proxies, they're not cheating the system or anything like that. So I will call him out for that. Like the art stuff, that's one thing, it's horrible in my opinion, but let you guys have your opinions about that. But the part that gets me a little bit mad is the proxy stuff. Here's my DM. I'm gonna let you guys read it. Like I said, I'm not trying to hide anything from me. I'm just trying to get both sides. You know, like you guys can read the whole thing, guys. I'll put this screenshot, pause it, read the whole thing. You guys want to read it? It's just pretty much just me breaking down what Dan said and what his friend said of the one little part, and that's it. I did not break it down. That's because the full concept of his opinion, what he thought about Dan's art. All right, I want to make that clear. All right, I'm not attacking Vincent or anything like that. But yeah, this was Tsaoshin's response to my message. I'll pretty much break down some parts and kind of go from there. Yeah, he also tried to tell me that he used an action figure, a reference also, but there's no evidence that he changed anything about my drawing at all. Is nearly identical matchup. Again, referencing existing artwork is not allowed in Artist Alley. There are explicit rules against this addition to proxy selling. Dan selling my artwork is one thing, but the nature of all the artwork at his table is infringes on existing works as well. I do agree that his work is aesthetically pleasing in his design, but that doesn't change the fact that it's stuff. I never wanted people to attack Dan or send him threatening comments. I think that behavior misses the point. Hopefully you guys get the idea. What I wanted was to hold a convention staff more accountable by having a public audit. I reached out to all those conventions multiple times in the past with the same information in my tweet. Got nowhere until I made it public. Dan himself ignored me for many months and only acted on taking down the theft after my tweet. It shouldn't take it to court of public opinion to do the right thing. I appreciate you bringing all this light to this issue. What artists need to do in order to protect their work and for guidance on how to create it without infringement. So, like I said, like yeah, the death part is, you know, that's first part of the video, and you know what I thought about it and that kind of stuff. And it's up to you guys. You guys are like it or not. But the part that, like I said, it gets me really mad is the proxies. So like pretty much what proxies is, using different names, using those different names to sign up for different conventions and steal spots from actual artists who are not doing that and breaking the rules. That right there, I cannot defend Dan or anything like that. That is wrong. Or any artists that do that. I'm telling you guys, look at the conventions now and see if anything's off. If you've seen them recently somewhere, or there are pictures of the same convention of the same artist, we need to call them out, take them out of the Artist Alley. They do not belong in the Artist Alley. But People that belong in the artist alley are people that are not breaking the rules and are doing one artist alley at a time and actually be there, because that is not okay. I understand there's some artists that cannot be at a certain conventions, but please stop doing proxies. Stop doing multiple conventions. That is not okay. Going back to Tsaoshin's designs, was pretty much this part right here was very important. One is direct proof that Dan was involved in Anime Expo according to this thread before he went private. That's his account, Anime Expo, picture, just in like evidence that he was actually there. This right here was actually very interesting. Right here, he said, or they said, he also messaged me using a stand Dravo tactic: deny, attack, reverse victim, offender, and offender. A standard tactic of a narcissism. Basically, gave me this is his opinion, by the way, not my opinion. I want to make this very clear. Basically, gave me a word salad about him being attacked by other people, which, you know, please don't do that. I mean, that's messed up either way. No matter if it's like trying to use that as a manipulative tactic kind of thing. He was in hospital in February, even sent pictures versus take accountability. He also claims that he apologized to so and they are on good terms, which they are not. According to the artist, he has not good terms with him. That was a lie. I have to call that out. That was a lie. Tsaoshin claims that DeGenero won't stop mentioning him, and is even trying to give him hush money to take down the Twitter post. So that does not look good too as well. Which Tsaoshin also confirmed that from this point. So 2 people confirmed that. Yeah. This story when I find out that I got copy pasted, by the way, by his response. Especially this part right here. I want to say to you, to my side, transparent, because I can't please everyone on the internet. I'm a good person. I can't please everyone online. By harass my family is hurting me. That's why I kept my account private at this time, because it was also stressful on my part. You pretty much said the same thing with me, I guess. I mean, how much you can change it, but you pretty much copy paste that to me. I'm just trying. There were more DMs about him sending actual pictures of him being in a hospital and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable sharing that, because that's his personal thing, like Dan stuff, like actual pictures of like him, probably his family or something like that. I feel like I'm very uncomfortable sharing that part, because it shows photos and all that kind of stuff. I just don't want to get in too much into that. Okay. So throughout all of the response, this was my response to Tsaoshin designs. So throughout all of this is my response to down designs. My personal opinion. This is very weird. It's confusing. When I see Vincent is a legit artist and the cat's right, but he's also working with Dan, bruh. I thought this was making a simple video. Like, it's going everywhere, guys. It's just crazy right now. I got your side, Vincent and Taos. I will be longer into this to make a sort of a map. I'll do my research. I'll do whatever. And I'll take whatever you can send. So this right here, this was Down's Design's response, like his opinion of what's going on about the proxies with Van and Vincent. Again, this is his opinion, and there's like not extremely a lot of evidence of them using a lot of, like, there's proxy names and there's some photos here and there, but within the photos that are posted on Twitter does not showcase the name on those conventions, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint them when they're actually using the proxies. But just keep this in mind. Yeah, this looks it goes a little bit deeper just than just one artist. They both have used multiple names to proxy sell at cons. I feel like something is actually going on here. Also, if you need to show more of Dan General's profile with the original side by side, I don't mind doing that. I'm curious about Vincent defending Dan or pretending to be coolest. Also, like, I'm not gonna say that. I know Dan's very visible, use multiple names on proxies for cons. Like, both use names Art of Goju for and Shokan and Anime Expo together. Dan General tends to use the name Sketch Cartel when going solo. He used that name while vending at Magifest, Kawaii Con, Oscon, and Katsucon this year. There's a lot more. But I only pay attention to the ones I attend. Dan General sent photos of him in the hospital that shows February 23. Manifest takes place during January. Casa takes place June, February, and Kawaii Con takes place around March. If a con has the no proxy selling rule, then those hospital pics might actually help calm on proxy selling. So this story has gone like from art theft to proxy selling, friends maybe colluding. Try to showcase everything I can, try to be respectful, not go too overboard. But other than that, I think because the common sense of art theft is pretty much there. Like, I don't think I fully much into that now. This is what I want to talk about at the end of this, pretty much, is conventions need to do better at picking artists. If Proxies is very hard to pinpoint of when artists are using actual like proxies and fake people, I guess you could say, to stand for their artist alley boots. There is one way is an artist, if conventions tab actually check up on the artists that show up at the conventions, then they could get rid of proxies. What I mean by that is to kind of verify that they're the actual artists, that there's actual proof of them doing art or something like that. It may get to that point, maybe that's extreme, I don't know, let me know your opinion. But because not every artist that goes into conventions is actual artist, by the way, and some of them are using the proxies to kind of take advantage of artist alleys, which that's a big no-no, because it's taking spots of artists who just want to get a spot, one spot, to get added into the anime, get added to conventions. Like the Tsaoshin, you want to get added to Anime Expo. Well, this guy took the spot, and well, you saw what happened. So my opinion is conventions, you guys need to do better. You guys need to verify if that's the actual artist at the convention. All right, you got to do a whole background check on that. Plus, just check, send one staff to check the artist if that's the actual artist who created the artwork. That could be too extreme, but we may have to get to that point before this gets way too crazy of proxies, of people using proxies to steal artist spot, because this is not okay. I would like to hear your guys' like opinions about art theft, proxies, and what conventions could do better, guys, because this video, like I said, I thought it was gonna be simple. I thought we were just gonna talk about art theft, but we went from art theft to proxies to East Side Stories to what our conventions could do better, guys, because this is insane. Just needs to do better, man, because this sucks. It's stealing people's spots. Again, don't send any hate to the artist. That's not the main point of the video. The main point of the video is, number one, is this art theft? You guys consider it art theft? Me personally, I think it's just too much copying, it's too much tracing for the artwork. That's in my personal opinion. Number two is proxies of this artist has showcased as multiple social medias on different names, and that is showcasing that he does have proxies with conventions, which are also photos of him being in other conventions, but they don't show the name, so that's why I can't really use that as evidence. But they are showcasing that, Dan and by Danzero Designs, Swensona Designs has showcased that they have been in a lot of conventions, and they've been in certain places, and they've seen them with a different name, etc. And I knew I saw them before at a convention before, but like I said, we don't have concrete evidence yet. That's what I'm still looking into, but I thought to make this video of showcasing like what proxies could do and what's wrong with them, and just keep an eye out. I don't know if Vincent is also a guy who produces proxies, so don't put that like it's an actual evidence he does that. I'm not saying that, so don't go into that world. But like I said, Dan is on the fence right now with the proxies because he has multiple social media accounts with different names, and that's very, very, very sus. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Hit the like, subscribe, guys. Much love, everybody. Thanks again for all the love, support. More videos coming, guys. More artists versus Mortal Kombat 2 or Mortal Kombat coming out very, very soon, and other art videos are coming out very soon, guys, like the 1000 vinyl figure collab toy will be out very, very soon, guys, so keep a lookout for that. Peace out, much love. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Bye, everybody. Ooh.